Morning, guys. How's it going? Me, actually, I'm gonna sit down, but soon. Soon. That's how tired I am. I wanted to show you like one of my happy accidents. This is just a happy accident. She's cute, right? So I'm very happy with her. Anyway, just been dabbling in some art, making some prezzies and things for people. But yeah, like even at the bottom, there's some glitter. Super cute. Anyway, let me just put that. The cats are playing. What are you guys up to? Are we up to trouble? They're playing chasey. And that one, what'd you do? Oh, you probably can't see. Yes, there he is. You saw him. I'm sure you saw him jump then. What are you up to? Yep, okay. So they're playing. So let's leave them be. But basically today, I'm nervous. Because I'm doing an angle, aren't I? Let me just put you guys up a little bit more. All right, so today, believe it or not, I have actually brushed my hair and put it up. I've got like this nice, you know what I did? Sometimes it takes a man to tell you what to do. Women, sometimes we need to listen to them, even though it's about our hair. He said to me, because I was like, I can never find a spray and conditioner, and because my hair's getting like this extra length where I'm like trying to brush it down the back, and it's like, I've got fine hair, lots of it, it gets knotty, right? Anyway, basically I needed a leave-in, well, not a leave-in, but I guess it does end up staying in, so it's probably a good heat protector as well, but I needed a brush and conditioner to help me to brush my hair when it gets knotty. And he's like, just get a spray bottle, put water in it, a dash of, what do you call it? Conditioner. And I said, I used to do that before these things, you know, because before that, guys, if you're young, I'm old. They didn't have spray leave-in conditioners. Didn't exist. You might have had like a very expensive from the salon, a spray that's like for damaged hair, blah blah blah. But no, it was very rare that people just didn't exist. Our, you know, our generation used just a spray bottle of water, really, just water. That's what not my mum, because she didn't do my hair. She wasn't one of those mums that would every morning before school do your hair. I wish, but my friends, if I would pick them up from school on the way down the street, and they're just finishing off getting their hair done, that's what their mums would use, is just a spray water bottle. So I ended up using that myself. I got one of my own as a kid and did that. And I was like, huh. And then when I was a teenager, I remember putting in a dash of like conditioner and shaking it and going, I have done that. Because when you're a dancer, oh guys, your hair gets a bashing. Okay? The amount of, I mean, this is not the same hair as when I was young, but because of being a performer, everything that had to be put on your head had to never come off, or it was, okay? And basically the hairspray, whew, I mean, the dressing room, you couldn't breathe. It was like, especially us with asthma, I was like, I'd have to go outside. And I'd say, I was going to go practice my dance. And I'd go outside somewhere and practice my dance and whatever else, because it was like, I can't breathe. Okay? You bitches are just, because I wasn't really into that, even though I had to have it done. I had to have my hair all nice, makeup done. But as soon as that was done by the parents, I was out. I was like, and that was probably my excuse, but it was a sensory nightmare because they were all loud and chatting, and that's the bit I didn't really get into, you see, because I'm autistic. But basically, they all loved that bit, and the hairspray was going everywhere. So this hair has seen mousse, hairspray, and oh my goodness. I mean, even my wedding night, I had my hair done, right? All nice. And I remember they put like nice, beautiful curls in there, which I don't even think was my choice in the end. I don't know. I think I just said to the hairdresser, you know what? Because my mum planned my wedding and everything, and I was just so young and stressed. I was like, yeah, just do what you think. Like, I didn't even know what you're supposed to do for weddings, but just do whatever. And I think my mum had a say as well. So I was like, whatever. I didn't mind at all. Ended up with curly sort of hair with some bits pulled up, because what they did was they put little rosettes along here so that when I took my veil off for the reception, I had pretty roses. They were little tiny pink ones. Anyway, basically, I have a conversation with my lawyer today to go deeper into some things, I guess, or cover a few more questions on things. We've done a lot of other processes, so it's just another process, and it's just, it's stressful because for me, what this means to me, like, for example, like what impact this will have on my life is whether I get healthcare that will save my life or not, you know? And that's just heavy. Because I'm a mum and a grandmum. I've got 2 boys and 2 grandsons. So it weighs a lot. And it's a genetic rare condition that's being neglected in Perth. And my grandkids and children live in Perth. This is genetic. So this isn't a fight just for myself. I'm fighting for my family. For many, many generations to come. And so, for adequate healthcare, just because we're rare. For the misogyny of, like, obviously because they got it wrong for so long, they just don't want to admit that they were wrong. When they accuse me of being anxious, or, you know, oh, that's just your ME/CFS, or, you know, yeah. Like all the excuses of what it was, rather than looking harder and failing to diagnose me. It's like crazy. I went 48 years before being diagnosed with something you're born with. I was a traumatic birth. My mum bled out, hemorrhaged. Like, I was in a humidity crib. How much more dramatic can you get to not realise this child might have a few problems? You know, her survival rate wasn't good. And it's like, maybe just been to the children's hospital a lot, like more than the normal child would. Unless the child, unless they're other, unless you're comparing me to other disabled children, then probably no. So yeah, it's like having so many difficulties growing up, hyperactivity, autism, and my development being so delayed, toileting, eating, drinking, just struggle, educationally, it was just, look, I'll give it to my mum. She had it bloody hard as a single mum, having a special needs child in that era that wasn't supported. But there's still no excuse for what she did. But I'm just saying, like, guys, it was nothing like today. Teachers would bully me because I'm a R. Because they weren't educated. So they would just be like, well, you're here in a normal school. Yeah, you go to special ed, but, you know, do better. Just fucking do better. You know, and they would be nasty. They would punish our special needs traits and struggles, etc., guys. So if you're a millennial, picture that. I know you're fighting for your rights, and keep going, because you're getting somewhere very slowly, I know. But just imagine being punished and bullied by adults. Because that's what happens to my generation of autistics, hyperactives, which is ADHD. That's what we had happen to us. You're just not trying hard enough. So think of that. It was terrible times. And then your parent just being absolutely like, you're just a pain in the neck because you never get anything right. You're doing everything wrong. You're so stressful. You're causing me so much, like, problems. And the teacher always wants to speak to me about how you're not managing, blah, blah, blah. I'm so sick of it. This is your fault. It's a lot on the child. Imagine just being a child, just trying to grow up like other children are. That's hard enough, right? That's what it was like. So this phone call is just weighing heavy, because I guess things like that come up because that's the other time that I'll never get justice on, just like all the rest of you ex-gens or any person that's even a millennial that was not diagnosed on time, not given accommodations, whether it's by your parents. I know, I look at my youngest son, I think I failed many areas for him in not realizing, shit, son, because you're just like me, I don't think I saw it. ADHD. I didn't see it. Whereas the autism, well, that was seen actually more so by the fact that he had ear infections, and then we ended up at the pediatrician and she went, this kid has autism. And I was like, what? And we did the test and it was confirmed, and I'm telling you, it was full on, and we had to be with the pediatrician after longer. So I knew that from a professional, but I didn't know of autism. Didn't even apply it to myself at the time. Was oblivious as a young mum. But I'm just saying, like, because in Australia, basically, he had 3 ear infections, and this was his 4th. And what happens then is you get sent to a pediatrician in Australia. And she saw him for his ear infections and more. Like I said, autism, ADHD, but more of the ADD for my older son. So he has difficulty sometimes focusing, like daydreaming, and, he has problems focusing, which, his father has too, I think. And me, our younger son is like me, like very ADHD, hard to finish the same project because I'm moving on to something else, and then I forget about that project, and then I'm all over the place. I can't sleep. We were the ones who were up until 1 a.m, kind of chit-chatting, and everyone else is asleep in the household. Like, I should have picked it up. So even when you're really close to it, you can miss it. But anyway, so it's not just ex-gen that had that trauma of being missed, but I'm just saying, majority of millennials get picked up, or at least supported by their parents. But there is a minority, and I'm talking to you. But ex-gen, none of us. It was all just, you're just poorly behaving compared to your brother. Your brother can just brush his teeth. What is wrong with you? Your brother knows to drink. Why are you not drinking? As in, not alcohol, guys. Why are you not drinking fluids? What's wrong with you? Are you stupid? Don't you realize you got to, like a car, you got to fill yourself up with fluids, and you got to have food so that you've got energy? And I'm like, nah. It's pointless to me. It's like, I sit at the table and I have to chew. It's really exhausting. And then I have to get on. Then I can get back to what I was really doing. Okay? Because this is a waste of my time. I've got better things to do. I'm building there's a little mini cars. I'm building a city, Mum. I was a funny kid. Yeah. I was like, the way I used to sit on the dining table, because you always had to sit at the table. I did it to my kids too. Sorry, kids. But it's good, right? I bet you're doing it with your families. Huh? I bet you. But anyway, I used to sit on my knees. It's kind of come from a short problem, because I was tiny, guys. Like, I failure to thrive. It was more prominent until about 13. And then I became like, with all the other shorties. They were all normal in other ways though. But at least I could hide in between them. But before 13, I looked like, you are not. Like, I remember even at recess once, I was at school, non-verbal, stressed as, right? And the bell's ringing. We had actual bells, guys. I don't know if you guys still do. But we had actual really loud ones, which made me go, automatic nervous system's failed. Automatic nervous system's failed. Where's my classroom? That's what it does for an autistic kid. Please, can you just, I don't know what you can do about it, but you need to change that. You need to do something. Because autistic kids don't like that. We freeze. And then you get mad at us for not being back in line in time to line up to go back inside. And what's with the lining up thing? It's creepy. We soldiers? We are, actually. I grew up and I researched that. We're slaves. Anyway, basically, she said, no, you're this direction. Junior primary. I said, no. I was in year 5. I was like, no, I'm like, and only just by 1 year. I'm in middle primary. I'm over here. I'm in the upper primary. She goes, no, you're over there. Now, none of this is verbal. I know when I say these stories, I say it verbally, guys. But this is what's going in my head. This is what this person's saying. So the teacher's saying, you need to go over here, and I'm pulling my body over to the other side of where I'm meant to be. So stressful to think of. Anyway, and she's like, excuse me, little girl, or whatever they would call you, you know, because she wouldn't have known my name. It's obviously one of the teachers on duty. You're meant to come over here. And I'm just like walking, thinking, I'm going to be in fucking trouble now, because there is silence now. The bell's stopped. The kids are quiet. So they're in class. I'm screwed. How am I going to explain this? Because I don't talk. Bitch. That's the ADHD rebellion there. ADHD are a little bit naughty. I sent a little TikTok to my son because I thought he would relate to that bit. Right, we're just comes with the ADHD. But anyway, I was like, geez, this teacher's going to get me into trouble. I was hating her more and more by the second. I was like, I'm in upper primary. So anyway, I just walked off, got to my class. Yes, I got into trouble for being late. But basically, that's how tiny I was. She thought I was meant to be in the... And guess where she was pointing to? Year 1 and 2 block. I was year 5. Year 5, end of the year, year 5. And she thought I was year 1, year 2. So yeah, basically, dealing with the non-verbal is not good. And also, I got punished for that. But anyway, it's just nerve-wracking. It's not fun. This is not what I want to do. What I want to do is actually go visit a cardiologist or a respiratory specialist, and actually my oxygen's here soon. But you know, I want to be having discussions and with my neurologist about like medication changes and getting a better one for it. I want my heart checked out fully to make sure that everything is okay and I'm more safe than what I'm feeling right now. As you guys have seen yourselves, this is rubbish, and they're lying. They're lying. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm just saying it. I'm dead set here, guys. We are dealing with a situation that is lying. I don't know if you've ever been in a medical situation where someone's lying, but it's fucking scary. I'm fucking scared. And I thought Australia was a first world country. Anthony Albanese. Okay? It's fucking bullshit. And you boomers, my parents, grow the fuck up and look after your daughter, you pieces of shit. You understand me? Because I am meant to be under guardianship at 18 for 22Q. I am under your responsibility, but you've orphaned me on purpose, even without knowing I had 22Q, because you fucking hate my disability. Not me, you hate my disability. And it's shame on you. You raised me to be of Catholic belief, mother dearest, and I'm telling you now, your shame, not mine. I have always been a good daughter, and I am goddamn sick of the neglect that you have caused me that could cause my death. Mommy dearest, I'll never forgive you. And you hurt my babies, and I will come for you. End of story. So you don't hurt my babies. Because I know what you'll do when you're done with them. You're going to spit them out. And you're going to hurt them. So basically, guys, it is very hard being late diagnosed when so many people have failed me. And I'm in a fight for my life right now. And if you think that I'm being dramatic, no. I'm literally at a point where I'm fighting for my life. I don't believe at this point, until I hear otherwise, until I have a possible amazing assistance from somewhere, and we won't go into that, but basically, I could die of neglect right now, or I'm either going to die of 20Q. And I don't know what it is. But at least I can say this. I've got a team around me that will be with me through all of it. Not evil people at a hospital that are there for the money, that treat their hospital like a business and don't care about saying, you're in the die pile. Okay, sweetie? We don't want you. Oh, you workers? You guys paying taxes? Come here. We're going to give you the best service. Fuck you, hospital. Fuck you. All right? I'm going to fight you. Doesn't matter who does or doesn't support me. I will fight for my rights. The ones that you have failed in human rights, legit. I'll fight for my rights till I die. My name will be something most likely in my death, unless I can really drum up some great support around me at the moment and actually make a different story about it. So fingers crossed for me, because I want to be a Jesus, I hope this is what I'm kept here for and suffering for. My hope is that I can turn my story, my shit story, into a good story of I've helped others. And that this changes things for people with either rare syndromes in general, in the adult system. Okay, it's great for the kids, but then you just chuck them into the adult system to die. It makes no sense trying to save them as a child to chuck them in the adult system and go, fly, child, fly. Like the boomers did to us kids. Fuck off, I want the money, all for myself, I want to have lots of fun, piss off. And just lets their child die. Shame on you. Anyway, that's a bundle of shit, isn't it? But I'm a truther. And I would never stop telling my fucking truth. And I urge all of you to do the same, if it's safe to do so. Because I'm not going to lie here. There has been many times where I've been silenced. And it's pissed me off. Because guess who silences people mostly, isn't it, guys? The bad guy. Yeah. So when you are safe, you have the right to tell a story that has made your life totally, completely different. You have a right to do that because it's your story. And if someone in that story doesn't like the story about them, they shouldn't have done what they did if they wanted a better story told about them. End of. If you don't like what you hear about yourself, then you shouldn't have been that type of narrator to your life that you were, allowing yourself to do whatever you've done and continue to do. It's my opinion. So I salute the good ones and the bad ones. Repent and do better. I love you all. Especially those who have done bad and are trying to make good of it and do better and fix it. Because that is a true, strong, resilient, amazing human. So anyway, I salute all you good ones, and like I said, the ones who repent, I love you. Bye.